Hey everybody, it's Joya and welcome to the Joya channel. I am outside on my balcony just thinking, and I'm doing this video at a time where I really don't want to do a video, but I feel like these are the best videos to do. When you're going through things, when you're trying to push through things, when you want the world to stop, it doesn't, it keeps going. And what do you do with all of those emotions? So much going on in the world, so much going on in America, pop culture. It's a plane that's over me. Can you guys... It's a plane that's over me, but the world keeps going. You have to keep going. That's the world we live in. Inflation. Guys, I'm not the only one going through this, right? So what do you do with all of that? What do you do with all of those disappointments? What do you do when your heart is burdened and you feel grieved about the things that's going on? Do you throw people away? No. You distance yourself from certain people if it becomes too much for you to interact with that person, if your energy is off around that person. And that's another thing. And I know it's become so popular, like energy, cleaning my energy and all of that stuff. But sometimes you really should learn when it's okay for someone to exit stage left out of your life. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Sometimes things happen and it is like a big exit out of your life, whether it's a breakup, whether it's a breakup with friends, whether it's a breakup in a love interest, whether it's a parting or transitioning away from a city or job or a familial relationship. Sometimes you have to say goodbye to those things because it's really time for you to gather yourself and recenter yourself on your journey. But in most times than not, especially if it's children, if it's someone you are currently working with and God hasn't given you the okay to leave that job, you have to find your peace within that system, within that ecosystem. And how do you do that? I think the first thing that is really important to think about is why these things are happening to you. It's not a question of blame, but it's a question of, hey, what's going on internally within me that this is coming to my doorstep? What lessons do I need to learn? Whether it's patience, whether it's wisdom, whether it's how to fight it along the road. It's so easy to slip into, I don't deserve this. I'm worthy of something better. But you really have to learn how to ask those questions to help you become a better student and a better teacher if those things come around again. You know what? Newsflash. The world is not going to stop because you're going through something. You're going through grief. You're going through a loss. You're going through betrayal. You're going through hurt. The world's going to keep going. And another thing, bad shit is going to keep happening to you. It's going to keep happening to you, especially on this side of of our existence. We don't know what's on the other side, but things are going to continue to happen. So of course, ask yourself a series of questions so you can begin that inner conversation, that inner dialogue within yourself. The second thing my sister always talks about is don't think about it too much. Let a sleeping giant sleep. Let the bear sleep for a little while. I read somewhere that 90% of the things that we worry about don't happen anyway. So it's best to be still. Be still and be quiet. I'm not saying that you have just forgotten about it. And I'm not saying go down an abysmal of drinking, of doing drugs or being promiscuous or doing some really harmful actions and harmful behavior. But just be still. Be quiet. Take a bath. What replenishes you? Music. Go through, exist on another playing field and allow the universe and God to work out what you're going through in another realm. Now, of course, if you're facing like eviction or court cases or things like that, you may have to deal with it. But other things that are kind of like emotionally going on with you, don't think about it too much, because then you slip into being stuck and being depressed and harming yourself or others. Finally, the third thing on when you want the world to stop and it doesn't because you're going through things. And I just want to say, like, to some I may be rambling, to others I may sound like Mahatma Gandhi, but I'm still going to push it out there because I'm feeling compelled to. The third thing that you have to understand and believe in is karma. What goes around comes around. That life, time, the universe, God, the Holy Spirit, whatever source you believe in that gives you life will eventually turn in your favor, right? the old people say, keep living. I promise you, nobody gets away with bad behavior. Nobody gets away with how they are treating others. Even if it takes 5, 10, 20 years, even if you don't even see how it will affect another person, it will come around on them. People cannot intentionally hurt you, harm you, create environments that are trauma filled for you and not have to answer to it on their own, and not have it come knocking back on their door. That's why people who believe in voodoo or hoodoo or any other type of spiritual practices, that is kind of like the number one theme. Don't do anything to others that you wouldn't want done to you, that you wouldn't want to come to your life. So it's super important that you understand that it may be happening right now, and that person may be responsible for it happening, but it will come back on them. And even if it's not like a physical person in a physical body, and you feel like it's something spiritual that's going on in your life, you will connect the dots later. It will make sense for you later, and you will look back in hindsight and say, this is why that happened to me. I watch so many documentaries of people that have gone through so much tumultuous things in their lives, and they're billionaires, and they're just influential public figures now. Just know that all of this is happening. You are not alone. You are loved. And the most important thing is, don't give up. I hope this video helps someone. It's kind of off brand for what I wanted to do in 2023. It's not a life hack, but I really needed to push this content out there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the Joya channel.